he's a midget. So I said to them, I will finish you, little boy. You know what I mean? Because he's like that much shorter than me. I'm so much wider than him.
Yeah.
Like, and that plays a part. That's why people cut weights. That's why you get to a certain weight division. Because, like, I love Kevin Holland and I want him to keep fighting at welterweight. But when he fights at middleweight, he gets ragdolled. You know what I mean? He said it himself after the Kamzat fight, I need to stop fighting at middleweight.
Yeah.
That 10, 15 pounds makes a big difference. And as I said, I'd just kick up Topuria around the cage. I can't wait to shock a lot of people.
I don't think that he's gonna accept it. But if he thinks that he's ready, come on, you blonde. Bring that here. If he wants, bring that here.
Get knocked out.
You get knocked out.
I finish you.
Even before the fight.
I finish you, little
Get
man.
that from here.
I finish
Get
you.
The rivalry between Ilia Topuria and Paddy Pimblett has been building for years. These two don't just talk trash, they genuinely can't stand each other. This isn't some fake promotional drama, it's real bad blood. Every time their names are mentioned together, you can feel the tension, even through the screen.
Shots from Pimblett. 2 minutes ago, round 3. There it is, the king of the north, Paddy Pimblett. Welcome to the land of the elite.
So today, we've created an intense promo to push for this long-awaited showdown to finally happen. Hit that like button, and let's get into it. Like many great rivalries, this one began by chance. Two men crossing paths, almost coming to blows, and never forgetting that moment. That's exactly how things kicked off between these two fiery personalities. On March 15, 2022, during Fight Night 204 Fight Week, tensions were already sky-high. Fighters were cutting weight, media obligations were stacking up, and everyone's patience was wearing thin. That's when the hungry young lion from Spain, Ilia Topuria, locked eyes with the loud, flamboyant showman from Liverpool, Paddy the Paddy Pimblett, who had just burst onto the UFC scene surrounded by massive hype. And since Paddy's the kind of guy who just can't keep his mouth shut, it didn't take long for words to spark chaos. What followed was an encounter that nearly turned into a full-blown hotel brawl. Here's how both sides remember that infamous moment.
Out of them double doors, lad, he snarled me, you know what I mean? So I looked at him and said, what? And then he walked towards me and I said, what's happening, lad? And then as he got close to me, he like swiped the slap at me, you know what I mean? And obviously, lad, if you raise your hands at me, I'm gonna do something. So I wasn't punching him because I'm not breaking my hand and not being able to fight and earn me money on the weekend. So I stepped back and picked the hand sanitizer up and bounced it off his head. And then he swung a dig, what I moved out of the way of with a bit of ease. He's just got a little bit of small man syndrome, lad, you know what I mean? He's only 5'7", isn't he? So just try to leave the little men to it.
Well, it didn't happen because he told me something yesterday. It comes from a long time ago. He was arguing with one of my closest friends, with Guram, once in Twitter, and he posted like, now I understand why Russia destroyed Georgia, because you are dumps. And it makes my blood boil, you know. When I saw, I was like surprised. I didn't believe when I saw that tweet. Because in 2008, I was living in Georgia when that war happened, you know, and it was a very difficult time for me, for my family, for all my friends, for my country, you know. A lot of innocent people, kids, were dying in that war, and see how someone is joking about that, it makes my blood boil. So I texted him. I don't remember what I tweet. And when they gave me the fight in London, he texted me like 3 weeks ago, like, I can't wait to see you in London. We'll see if you have the balls to tell me everything you text me in Twitter. Bullshit. And I come here the first day when I come to the hotel. I come out, I finished my interviews. I was walking into the hotel and I saw him. And he looked at me like a nice guy, and he wanted to shake my hand, you know. He come to me, he didn't come, but he looked at me like nice, you know. I threw the bottle to his face. He threw it back to me. I don't know what. I slip and I give him a proper right hand, and there's where you have to video yourself. Everyone saw the video, you know, what happened.
After the event, things didn't cool off, they only got worse. Paddy typically avoided mentioning Topuria unless a journalist brought him up. But Ilia, he was never one to bite his tongue when it came to the Scouser.
Love you guys. You have a guy here, he's a Paddy Pimblett, win or lose. I wanna fight you next and kick like I did the last time. You.
Do you think Paddy will fight you in the future?
Paddy? Never, ever. I don't think so. Maybe if Dana stay with him like with a gun, maybe yes. And they force him to go inside the cage with me, maybe. And otherwise, I don't think so. I don't think he has the balls to fight me.
At that time, Topuria had already been forced to move up to lightweight because in the featherweight division, no one wanted to face him. That frustration turned into motivation, and much of his anger was directed at Paddy, who kept mocking him online. But as the saying goes, the wolf doesn't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. UFC matchmakers continued to build both fighters' careers separately, and the next time their paths crossed was during the build-up to UFC 282. Paddy Pimblett was preparing to face Jared Gordon in the co-main event, while Ilia Topuria was set to take on Bryce Mitchell. What followed that week was a series of fiery exchanges, some of the most entertaining moments in their ongoing rivalry.
What did you say, Jared, anyway?
I
that
said,
little bum's irrelevant.
I don't understand you or anything. Back in the flouty mouth, like what?
Hand sanitizer,
You.
You're a little
Shut up,
mongrel.
if not, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna crush your face right here.
Do it then,
Like a
you little
mushroom.
fart.
You have another question?
Do it. Do it then, you little pussy. What? Do it. Do it. Come on, do something then. Do something, stand up. What'll you do? You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing, you little fart. Go and sit back down. Sit back down, you little pussy. Puta.
Pussy.
Surprisingly, after the event, the rivalry seemed to cool off, at least on the surface. Apart from a few sarcastic comments and cheeky tweets, things stayed relatively quiet for a while. The only real jab came from Topuria himself when he publicly called out Paddy's controversial win over Gordon, a fight that was heavily criticized and debated across the MMA community. As time passed, both men went their own ways, each carving out his own path in the fight game.
They give him a Christmas gift right now because he clearly lost the fight. I don't think anyone will disagree with me in this room.
Do you think that they're putting you on the same card as him for a reason? Like, this feels... Now it's been a couple times now. Like, do you think they're doing this on purpose?
I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe not. But at the same time, I feel like the UFC is protecting him from me. You know, I don't know why. In reality, that's the fight to make right now because it's one of the biggest fights I think in the UFC. You know, we can perfectly sell a pay-per-view. I think so. There is that fight makes more exciting people than more championship fights.
Since that fiery press conference, years have gone by, and a lot has changed. During that time, Ilia Topuria stormed through the featherweight division, chasing greatness and transforming himself into what many now call Conor McGregor 2.0. Meanwhile, Paddy Pimblett was slowly making his way up the lightweight rankings. To his credit, after recovering from injury, Paddy came back strong and managed to regain some of the respect he'd lost following that controversial win over Jared Gordon. So while Topuria was busy becoming the featherweight champion, Paddy wasn't sitting still either. After Topuria's first title defense, where he knocked out Max Holloway, Paddy released a reaction video that was mocking, emotional, and 100% classic Paddy the Badder.
The hand sanitizer boy knocked Holloway out, didn't see that coming, but give him his due. Good finish. Max was the better boxer, but Ilia's the better swinger, isn't he? And he ended up catching him with them big shots on the button. So congrats, fella. Can't wait for Vol to come back and beat you up. I'm willing to anytime.
Then came the turning point. News broke that Ilia Topuria had vacated his featherweight title and was officially moving up to lightweight. Immediately, the MMA world exploded with talk of a long-awaited Topuria versus Pimblett showdown. And the former champion made one thing crystal clear. Nothing had changed. He still couldn't stand Paddy.
To win.
Who? Chandler?
No. Paddy. He's fighting with a veteran. You know, he needs to win, and hopefully he wins, because who knows? May in the future we face each other. It could be a great fight.
You and Paddy?
Me and Paddy.
Little Pimple?
Yeah, Paddy Pimblett. Yeah. He gets so fat, I don't know, anti-athletic.
Then came another viral moment, but this time, surprisingly, without any insults or tension. During an event where both men were cornering their teammates, they ran into each other backstage. They exchanged quick smiles, bumped fists, and went their separate ways. No drama, no trash talk, just a strange, quiet tension in the air. It was one of those rare moments of calm between two fighters who can barely stand being in the same room.
Quite funny, as Ilia walked across here, he looked at me, I was looking at him and he done that. And then obviously on stage, as I walked past him, we both just like laughed and looked at each other. I thought it'd be quite funny to just go, and he went like that on me hand. And like high-fived it. We mightn't like each other, but have a little...
Now, piece by piece, everything seems to be falling perfectly into place for this long-awaited super fight. A grudge match that's been years in the making. The foundation was built long ago, and the hatred between these two is as real as it gets. Both men genuinely want to destroy each other once they step inside that cage. For fight fans, this could easily become one of the most anticipated showdowns in recent memory.
He laughed and he said, what did he say? He called me fat. That's like, lad, you can't make your weight division anymore that you are champion of, and you're trying to call me fat. He's a midget, lad. He's tiny. He's smaller than Michael Chandler. You'll see what I do to Michael Chandler next Saturday night when I dismantle him, and it'll be a very similar game plan to beat Ilia. He's small, he walks forward swinging shots. I'll kick him up and down the octagon, and I'll either knock him out or submit him.
When you start to joke about that kind of things, just make sure that we don't find each other anywhere, because I'm gonna take your head off. You know what I mean? He wants to build his hype laughing on people, and that's not the way I'm looking to build a hype.
Yeah, I'd love to fight the Chorizo lad, know what I mean? I've been saying it for years, I'd love to fight him, and now that he's moved up to 55, it's a real possibility. It looks like he's just sitting out waiting for Islam, but I personally think I should be the one to welcome him to the lightweight division. It's got a built-in storyline. You wouldn't need.
Good answer, mate.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Good answer,
you wouldn't need a title on that pay-per-view. Me versus him could just headline the pay-per-view. Know what I mean? You wouldn't need any other fight to sell itself.
Recently, Paddy shared his thoughts on Topuria's move to lightweight, and Ilia himself confirmed that the Scouser was one of the main names on his radar after capturing the title.
I don't know who will want to win, lad. I'm a fan of Charles, so I think I want Charles to win, but it's probably better for my career if Ilia wins, because I'll more than likely be his first title defense.
You think Paddy's gonna beat Justin Gage?
Easy.
Wow. Really easy?
Yeah, easy.
Really easy?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a crazy thing to say, because Justin Gaethje's an animal.
What excites me more is the fight with Paddy.
Really?
Yeah, that fight excites me even more. And if they could put that fight in Spain, in the Bernabeu Stadium.
Then, after Ilia Topuria demolished Charles Oliveira, things took an even wilder turn in a shocking post-fight twist. UFC officials brought Paddy Pimblett into the Octagon for a face-off with Topuria, a perfect stare-down that officially kicked off the build-up for this blockbuster fight. But what made it truly explosive were Paddy's post-fight comments, overflowing with swagger, confidence, and that trademark Scouse arrogance. Looking at the current state of the lightweight division, everything seems to point to one conclusion. This fight just makes sense. Charles Oliveira is lined up to face Max Holloway. Dan Hooker is set to meet Armand Sarukian. Beneil Dariush and Mateusz Gamrot are still hovering around the top, while Rafael Fiziev continues to recover from injury. That leaves only Paddy Pimblett as the most obvious available challenger for the champion, especially now that Justin Gaethje has issued an ultimatum to the UFC. Either give him a title shot, or he's walking away. All signs point to one thing: Topuria versus Pimblett is coming, and it's coming soon.
Know what I mean? You don't even need to sell that fight, it sells itself. Two people who genuinely dislike each other. You don't really get that. We haven't seen that since Khabib and McGregor.
Right.
Two people who actually hate each other, because I hate him. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even want to finish him fast. I'd want to finish him with a minute left in the fight after I've elbowed him 700 times.
So, what do you think about this potential clash? Will the Scouse shock the world? Or will the Spanish Matador add another name to his growing list of victims? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update. And of course, smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. See you soon, fight fans.